This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 763. I am Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Donald Ferguson. Don, I set a personal goal for you. Well, for me. But because of you, for this year.
God.
My goal is to bulk up and get jacked for your wedding. And then, get into a fight. So it's like BotCon in 2005. And I think the fight will be with Diecast. We'll get kicked out.
I'd rather you not. We're paying a lot for this venue, so
I'll do it outside. I won't break anything.
But what better wedding gift could you get than Diecast getting his butt kicked?
Oh, no. Diecast is a trained professional wrestler.
Cash, lots of cash in small envelopes would be nice.
Yeah, cool. No, I was just thinking about that today. I've started lifting more again, and I'm like,
You have 9 months to get in fighting shape, Brian.
Yep, I can do it. I think I can. So that was Matt, and of course Don, and Diecast, who is going to beat me again, a trained professional wrestler.
Hey, everybody.
Rob's here as well.
Hello.
No, Chris, he's on assignment. He is totally on assignment. Okay, so Toy Fair is canceled. But we're still going to do our Toy Fair live stream this year. Just there's no Toy Fair, which is what we did last year. And so that was 2021. 2020, they still had a Toy Fair, right? Was that right?
Yeah. Right before the lockdown started.
So we're going to do our live stream on, mark your calendars. It's usually over Valentine's Day weekend, which is when Toy Fair usually is, but I'm sparing Diecast and Dawn. My wife doesn't care, but I'm sparing you guys.
My wife doesn't care either.
So February 19th is when we're going to do it. That is a Saturday, make sure that's right, February 19th, and it'll be at noon Eastern time.
Is that a soft date just in case Hasbro does announce something?
We'll just do something else. Yeah, we'll just
we're totally going to do this live stream, and if Hasbro comes up with another PulseCon or HasCon or whatever, we can do some kind of stream for that later.
Yeah, like for Hasbro Fan Fest PulseCon, we didn't even do a live stream. They did their own. We did a follow-up stream. Yeah, and I got on camera for 3 seconds. It was wonderful. Didn't get to say a word, which is better than the last one because the only thing that got on camera was my ceiling because I had walked away to use the restroom because they put me on camera.
At least we could see
Yes.
you. Ant had to try and peek out from behind the host.
Yeah, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot. And they're probably not going to ask me back now, but yeah, they got a nice shot at my ceiling. So,
I don't know. Maybe they liked having your ceiling there, and you'll get back in anyway.
Yeah. The Fan Fest, what was done last spring, very well organized. Funny enough, the follow-up, not as well organized. I don't know, maybe they thought, this is easy. We're not going to put as much effort this time. Well, it showed. But yeah, so February 19th, 12 noon Eastern time. It'll be fun. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about. I have no idea yet. Let's see here. Hey, if you're watching live, or if I get this posted in the next 10, 12 hours, TeePublic has a sale going on, 35% off. So at tpublic.com/TFradio, or if you go to tfradio.net/shirt, you can order a shirt. I ordered 4-ish shirts. At least I think I'm getting 4-ish shirts. I sent my wife. I turned her on to TeePublic because she usually buys boutique T-shirts. I'm you can get something you can get 3 shirts for the cost of one of those. So she's going crazy over it. TeePublic is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It's where most of my clothes came from. This Tiger Force shirt that I'm wearing came from TeePublic. I love this shirt. But you can get that at tpublic.com/tfradio or tfradio.net/shirt. And what else? Hey, yeah. So Chris recorded a new Toy Detectives podcast that was posted to our Patreon. There's a lot of Patreon exclusive stuff posted this week. This was on DK-2, which was announced. We'll talk a little more about that in a few minutes. But that is on our Patreon. That is a Patreon exclusive podcast. We just posted 2 episodes of History on the Fives last week because I apparently forgot to post one around Christmas. Whoops. And I've got a new one to post that Rob recorded last night. That's a lot of fun. And I've got several episodes to catch up on RFC Throwback. We're going to be doing a BotCon retrospective with Don. It's been fun recording those. I just need to catch up. So I'm like a few behind. I'm just going to do a bunch at once. But today is, as we're recording, is January 26th. So if by Monday, January 31st, if you sign up as a patron at the Touch tier, we'll get you out the RFC trading cards. Then I'm going to turn off that reward. That'll be a one-time only deal. So those will all finally be fulfilled. So if you already got a diecast card, like one of the first patrons is Touch tier that I sent out like 2 years ago, you're going to get another one.
Yay.
Yeah. Because I just don't have, I don't have
just what everyone needs.
Yeah, but I don't have it written down who has which of those. So you'll just get, you'll have duplicates. Maybe one can go in your bicycle spoke. Or not. Maybe you can get that one autographed at TFCon. But yeah, I'll get those out finally, and then that reward's going away. Just taking way too long. Sorry. And that's about it. So let's jump to the news. We'll do the Transformers Tuesday one first. So this is Wednesday. So yesterday, 2 things popped up. Transformers Tuesday on Hasbro Pulse. What is it? Getsui. How you say? Which one is it? Getsui. They posted that up for pre-order. I already have it pre-ordered from Amazon, so I didn't even look at the price on it. What are they wanting for that?
$140.99.
Holy crap! Maybe I'll cancel my Amazon pre-order. I think it works out more than that.
Probably will after shipping at any rate.
Yeah. So maybe I don't have Getsui pre-ordered through Amazon. I thought I did, but past 4 months. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, it works out from Amazon. It works out for, I'll tell you how much it is. If you're just curious, it is 16,700 yen total. That's with shipping. And that works out.
It's not that much of a difference.
Yeah. And you'll probably get it sooner from Amazon. It works out to $145.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about it.
And you'll get it a lot faster coming directly from Japan.
Yeah. Hey, but that's relatively speaking a pretty good price for it. So can't complain. But the other was the DK-2 guard. What is the technical name for this fellow?
DK-2 guard.
That's what it is. It is the repaint of Ironhide in black, the Diaclone colors that Matt has been wanting for a while, and I think it looks really good.
So beautiful. Did you see the picture of the face with the blue eyes on the red face with the black helmet?
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not sold out. Like when I saw the email, I was like 3 hours late and I was like, oh, please don't be sold out, because yeah, I mean, I can get it somewhere else, but it's just easier to get it from Pulse.
Yeah.
And I was pleased to see that it wasn't sold out.
Maybe I'll get another one. I think I just got one.
Yeah, I don't recall a lift ticket ever selling out. I don't believe.
I think
he was sold out. He was one of the pre-order ones, and
the Pulse exclusive
yeah.
lot sold out. Then I think he stayed up after it went to the public. I think.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yeah, but he looks so nice.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why they stopped giving him Transformers names. Like DK1 technically is spin out. So why didn't DK2 get a name?
was Spin Out a new name that they gave after the fact?
Spin Out was one of the early names for Sunstreaker.
So but that's pre-Sunstreaker. It's not like a name where they gave the toy after the fact, like as so when it was reissued potentially for what? Was there an e-hobby repaint?
Not of the Sunstreaker toy.
There wasn't. Okay. Actually, there wasn't even
Sunstreaker and Wheeljack. Those toys never got reissued.
Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know.
I'm looking, and I think if I'm reading it right, Spin Out was under trademark by Huffy within the last like 10 years or so. So don't know if they're going to don't know if they still have it or not, but somebody else might have it, and that might be why we just went with DK1.
No, it was labeled as Spin Out.
Oh, okay, then I'm confused as usual. Never mind.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, why did they give DK1 a name but not DK2?
Don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't have trademark names just like lying around that need to be used.
Well,
You can be
Chris says
proud.
I explain all this stuff in the Toy Detective episode, so
Yeah, which I haven't listened to, so I hadn't had a chance to. Okay,
And-
so
I don't know how to access our Patreon stuff, or if I'm allowed to. So
I'll forward it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, well, if you want to know the secret to that, check out our Patreon. Yeah, all I know is obviously that's the name from the Diaclone release, the DK-2 number, but the actual naming, why he doesn't have an actual name, I don't know off the top of my head. So but Chris does, and the toy detectives know, or at least one of them knows. The other one will have to listen to what the other one said to
Mhm.
learn to find out.
Chris usually knows before I do anyway, so that is perfectly good.
Well, it is toy detective, so you gotta there's work involved, and you haven't had a chance to dig into that. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather let Chris do the work for me.
yeah, it's not like it's not like Toy Savant. It's not like you're just going to pull it off the top of your head. You've got to do some digging for it. So
Exactly.
gosh, it looks so nice though.
It does. I'm so happy.
I need to buy another one.
I think I'm good with just one.
I bought one extra just because in case I want to do a custom of something.
I always tell
Or-
myself that.
I don't know. I
done
don't
that.
know.
I still haven't put those extra Slither Fangs on Shockwave yet, like I wanted to. But oh well.
So much stuff remains in the box for me, just in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was something that popped up. Another item that popped up this week, which actually, I guess it was over the weekend, it caused quite a bit of conversation. Chris posted this on the RSC news desk, which, hey, if you didn't know, that's also an Amazon Alexa, an Echo skill. You can listen to that on your Echo. There is a new line of Authentics, or I guess 2 new lines of Authentics. No, one in Rescue Bots. Yeah, coming out. But the Authentics has an RC. And she looks really nice. And over the weekend, people were just like basically going gaga over the fact that it's a good looking RC.
Yeah, she looks like a much better RC than we've been getting for the past several years.
Yeah. It really does look
got
nice.
Got the usual hollow foot problem that Authentics has a lot, but I mean, not the only one, so that'll be fine.
Yes, but she actually seems to turn into a car as opposed to folding up underneath of one.
Yes. Yes, turn into rather than hide under. That works.
Mhm.
Yeah, so let's see here. So she is part of the Bravo assortment. The Alpha assortment has a new, I guess, is that a new wheeljack? Looks really nice too. I don't buy these with except for on the rare occasion.
Are they the $5 price point at like
They vary.
Five Below?
No, they vary depending on
Okay.
which size. These I think are 10-ish
Oh,
They're nice though. I mean, they're relatively nice. Maybe not. Some of them are. I do have a hard time buying some of these things though. Let's see here. There's also a Classic Heroes team, which is speculated that it could be the follow-up to Rescue Bots, but there is an Optimus Primal in it.
Neat.
It's a neat looking little toy.
it's your basic. Well, it's got Bumblebee, Grimlock, Prime, and Primal. So it's your basic first wave.
Pretty much, except for the
Here's people you know.
Primal is new. So, but no, to
Yeah.
your point, Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Optimus are basically like the go-to for these non-generations toys. But seeing Primal added to the mix is really nice. Throw a Megatron in
And that
there.
may have something to do with the movie.
Yeah, certainly. You're probably right. Yeah.
Feature Primal.
Yeah. I don't know if I wanted to. So I don't know that this was shared anywhere. Well, let me actually talk about this first, and I'll jump to the other thing. It looks like there's going to be a Beast Wars wave of reaction figures. So take that, what you will. If that's your thing, great. If not, sorry. So Dinobot, Optimus Primal, Megatron, Black Arachnia, Cheetor, and that is it. There's going to be also a blue G2 Grimlock and a
That's a
Galvatron.
Target exclusive,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
And also the retro Galvatron, which people are saying are either toy colors or Marvel colors.
I mean, I'm not going to get. Well, God, it's a Galvatron. I do love Galvatron. I don't
Did you
think-
see those custom heads that were up on that got posted to Twitter a few days ago?
No, I didn't.
Let me find that link for you. They
They
are
look pretty
beautiful.
good. Yeah.
Like
I might
it's,
get that.
There's a toy head in there.
there's a toy head, there's an Andrew Wildman head, there's a Jeff Senior head, there's an
Ooh.
animation head, and they all look great.
Are they like Shapeways or something?
Something they're I will send you the link. I have found it. So,
I might get that blue Grimlock.
or rather, I will put it in the Discord for anyone who may have missed it, because yeah, those just look. I am safe because I realized that I would need at least 3 of them, and I'd need to get 2 to 3 more selects Galvatron. So
The STL files are linked.
yes, so you may be. I think the senior head isn't up yet for the STL files. I heard, or they weren't at the time of the original posting. But
Okay,
Man.
let me show this off. These
Ah.
are flipping awesome.
yeah, sadly, our 3D printer isn't set up right now because it does not mix well with kittens.
Oh yeah.
Very hot things and kittens that get everywhere. No, not good. Not
Yeah.
good. But they are just like I said, I love all of these. I would want all of them, and I'd need more Galvatrons for that. So I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh my God, these are so great.
I might at least get the toy head just for the sheer nostalgia of it. But they really do all look good. The person who designed these did a really, really great job.
Yeah. You can get it printed and painted. That's probably what I would do instead of printing it myself. Because I could print it, but I can't paint it. Or not well. There's also a buzzworthy Bumblebee release of Voyager Dinobot, it looks like.
Yeah, and that could be any one of a half dozen things. So I'm really kind of curious to see what it ends up being.
Yeah. And one more news item. Legacy Blaster spotted in Europe. It's in the new style box. There's absolutely, positively no plastic in it, no window. You can just stick your finger right in. Actually, also bulkhead's there too. I didn't even notice bulkhead. You can just go in and rip stuff out. which we've seen before, of course, with other things like the Bumblebee line of Cyberverse. But yeah, there's something unsettling about that. Like, I don't want somebody touching my Generations toys. Just you never touch another man's rhubarb. It's I do like the packaging
Never
otherwise.
rub another man's report.
Another
They'll
rub.
be playing with on
Another rub.
Blaster. They'll
Another
be
rub.
playing with the button. The chest will be popped out, probably broken.
Broken, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'll be LeBron all over again.
Yeah, this will be a good time to order these online from reliable people.
Not Amazon, but you should use tfradio.net/Amazon anyway. But I wouldn't buy Transformers from Amazon anymore. But yeah, so that's cool. He also, so I don't know if we should. I haven't seen anybody give the source of these other than on Twitter. There's speculation going around in respect to price increases on Hasbro products, which we knew would happen. No concrete details have been released yet, but very trustworthy sources say that it's true. So just be watching out for that. What's being speculated is $24 for like the Black Series, Marvel Legends, Generations, Deluxe Scale, etc. Upwards to for the Titan class Metroplex, $190. I mean, I don't think it's going to slow down my Transformers buying, but it might completely stop. It will completely stop my Marvel Legends purchases,
Yeah.
which I wanted to do anyway. And it'll
Yeah.
it may stop my G.I. Joe classified too, which I kind of wanted to do anyway.
I mean, it's gonna slow down everything, like all of my buying habits, Transformers, Marvel, everything.
If I'm not buying G.I. Joe or Marvel Legends, I can spend more money on Transformers. Yeah, it's, death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's, it's one of those things. It's not like a lot of money that they're adding, but, if you look at the number of toys you buy in a year, that can get pretty crazy. I mean, I'm buying like 10 bats. So that's like, like a whole other bat I could have bought with that price increase. I could have had 11 bats. That's ridiculous. Why am I buying 10 bats? I don't know. But yeah, so. Okay. Any other thing news related that we want to talk about? Anything else?
I mean, I guess we could mention we kind of mentioned that it might happen, but I don't know if we've mentioned that it's official. IDW is
Oh, yes.
definitely losing the license for Transformers and G.I. Joe at the end of the year, but they're not losing My Little Ponies, so it's not like Hasbro is completely cutting ties with IDW. They're just losing Transformers and G.I. Joe, and there's no word yet as to where those are going.
Yes, for some reason we don't know yet, either IDW or Hasbro has decided not to renew the license.
Yeah. And as far as MLP goes, they're still doing G4 stuff, and Hasbro's moving on to G5. So, until Hasbro wants to do something in the comics with that, then that's when you'll see probably a change as far as that goes. But they were in talks with that earlier company. I can't remember the name, Sky something. A few weeks ago, Skybound, something like that.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman's company.
I've heard some things about that I'm.
Yeah, makes me not thrilled.
Yeah.
It could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, if IDW did a great job, with their comics, and what they were with IDW for 12 or 14 years, I think they were
16
saying.
years, 17 years.
It was a
16 or
long
17, I
time.
believe.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of,
It had ties in its lows.
yeah.
And it's currently not in one of its highs.
No.
And
So
to me, the fact that they're on the third continuity, more or less. I mean, you have an entirely new continuity every 5 years. That's weird.
Well,
Yep.
that's no different than Marvel or DC, which is why I don't
Well,
buy
Marvel
any of
and
the
DC.
comics
I mean,
anymore.
like Marvel and DC though. I mean, Marvel soft reboots their continuity at a book by book level ever so often. Like they had that major reset was it Secret Wars? Like 5 years ago, 7-8 years ago, whatever it was. Oh, was it Secret War? Whichever one it was. It's the one where Doom had that plan.
I think it was Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's like the hardest reboot that they've done. DC lost me with the whole Flashpoint New 52 stuff.
They completely reboot everything every other month.
And I'm fine with a reboot if you give me like
I'm not.
if you give me prior
They
warning.
never do it with good.
Give me prior warning, but like just like just make it part of a Flash miniseries and don't tell me it's happening. But yeah, in 15 years I'd rather have one fairly solid continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's okay. I'm okay losing it to going somewhere else. It'd be funny if it went back to Marvel.
Yeah. I mean, they've still got MLP and Power Rangers.
Don't read those.
Boom has Power Rangers.
I'm sorry. I thought.
Would that be a bad thing if it goes to Marvel?
No, it would actually. It'd be kind of cool because Don could get his circuit breaker action and stuff. And
they would deliberately leave her out of her. There'd be a big
too.
Yeah.
Oh no, they'd kill her on the last page of issue 1 just to spite you.
Yeah, just to
they'd
spite
kill
me.
her off panel in issue 1. Like
I don't doubt that in the least bit. I don't doubt. And then you
Killed off panel by Death Said 2.
I mean, wonderful.
and then you will hear the rage of the fanboy there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds to me as a non-comic person, for Marvel to get it would be like a big deal.
It would be. I don't know if Marvel would want it. Like Marvel doesn't have a lot of licensed stuff anymore. That's not really their bag. I mean,
Star Wars.
I mean, that only came back recently. And Star Wars is Star Wars. And it's also Disney
Marvel
product.
and Star Wars are both owned by Disney.
Yes.
Yep.
That just makes sense.
Yeah.
But there is a relationship there already with Hasbro doing the Marvel Legends figures. Well, I guess that's through Disney. That's a Disney license, but I don't know. They just seem like they would be already interwebbed. It might just
somebody knows
increase
somebody.
that.
I mean, Diecast, you're not wrong, but I don't know how deep that would go. But you're not wrong in the sense that there is some connection there.
Well, I'll be honest. One thing that's been in the back of my head since this news was announced, because I mentioned this a few weeks ago when it came up, was that would Hasbro be looking to self-publish down the road, keeping it in-house?
No.
And y'all had talked about how that would be a really major investment for them just getting into the publishing business.
Yes.
But it could be if they're looking at this Skybound or another, I'm using the term smaller publisher, and it gets to doing the numbers that they like, Hasbro could wind up buying that company and being their in-house publishing arm. So that could be a long-term thing they're looking at as well.
I want to say you're crazy because I think it's a horrible idea. Not picking on you. I just think it's a horrible idea. But it seems like Hasbro wants to be a content company, a media company, more than they want to be a toy company. I think it's horrible. I think it'd be like the worst, dumbest thing they could do. But I could see it happening.
It kind of makes sense because, I mean, they made the hub. They made their own network.
Yeah, you're right.
To do their content. So they've done the video portion, and now with E1, they have the video section done of content. Now they need something for print.
I don't think they would have their own printing press, but like having their own people produce it, it's not impossible.
Yeah, because if they own a audio video company producing content, and then they have a print media producing content, everything is tied together.
Yeah.
Everything is basically in-house.
It makes sense. I just hate the idea.
Yeah,
The
I
only
do
thing
too.
I
Because
would
I think
say-
when I first brought it up ages ago, my point was that they may try to do this, and Hasbro historically kind of half-asses anything that is not related to their core business. So it would probably be a terrible idea for everyone involved.
Go ahead, Dougcast.
The only thing I would say, instead of them waiting to do it, if they're going to do it, they would do it now. They wouldn't switch companies and then wait another couple years to buy it.
Agree.
I think they would just throw the money out and
Or
buy it.
or they would
I
just
agree.
or not extend the license to anybody else. Be like, hey, what's happening? And in 6 months, Hasbro's like, hey, guess what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like maybe the MLP license ends in another like 6 months to a year, and then their Gen 5 title happens with this new company that we're imagining.
Yeah. Crazier things have happened. Yeah. Don, I mean, it's entirely possible. Anything else? Okay.
No.
Who got something this week?
I got a bunch of stuff.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go on mute and drink a lot of caffeine. So you go ahead.
Okay. Don, you'll like this. I got my first Moon Studios train bot.
What do
And
you-
just look at how big this thing
Yeah.
is. It's ridiculous. Like, I can't wait to get all these guys and line them up in train mode, because they do come with the little train connectors that plug into the, I don't have it plugged in, but it plugs into the back, and they're metal connectors. Yeah, Don's got them in his hands right there. So
yeah,
they'll be able to, like,
they're magnetic, so
Yeah.
the connector pieces are magnetic from one train to the next.
the only thing that disappoints me is we don't have any tracks. Like, we should have got tracks, because you could have probably, between the 6 trains, you could probably made a full track with the, maybe they'll do that later.
Yeah, like an add-on kit, or or maybe it might come with the final figure,
yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to transform either one of mine yet. But what do you think?
Transformation was what you would expect. It's very panely. It's not terrible. It's pretty intuitive. But a lot of tabs. So but nothing felt like it was going to break or anything like that. The
I
quality,
mean, it's
nice.
definitely a shell former in spirit, but they hide a lot of the panels away. So it's either you hide the panels and have a lot of tabs with all the stuff going inside the body, or you have it with a gigantic backpack.
Yeah. So he was cool to play with. When I was sitting on the couch one day. I finally got Blaster. Had to, someone online found it for me, and paid for shipping and everything. So overpaid for it. Just because you had to add shipping and all that stuff. But definitely I like him. He's pretty good. They did a pretty okay job painting the face, but like, if you look at it, like, there's definitely some red in between his face and the helmet, around the whole face, which is kind of weird when you look at the face like that. But the other thing that's weird is you can kind of see his spring through the chest right there, which is, I don't know, a little weird. But overall, Hunter, really like him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Selects Twin Cast repaint that we know is coming, and of course maybe the Shattered Glass one too.
Yeah. And Don showed this off. I got Cap, which is the Fans Hobby little fire truck, the third
Cab,
are they Headmaster
cab slash
Juniors?
yeah, cab slash hose head.
Yeah, hose head. I got these tiny little dudes
They are small.
that came with a free Perceptor, masterpiece style.
Yeah.
My mini Perceptor actually came with a broken arm. So unfortunately,
Yay, Taobao.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a replacement for him. But I love these guys. People have been posting a lot of photos on like Twitter and stuff, and these go great with like Omega Supremes and any of your Titan class
Yeah.
figures.
Well, they're kind of like the whole microbots thing. Like if you had like I've seen people doing dioramas of like MP36 and the little those on top of him like they're running out from microbots and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And the articulation on them is great. I mean, these are the best articulated for this size that I've seen.
Oh, how many points of articulation do they have?
They have the head, shoulders, elbows.
Wow, I just assumed that they were little like
Yeah.
statues, little figurines.
Thighs, knees, and they even have feet.
Wow,
Ankle tilt?
Articulation. Yeah, so they are.
that's ridiculous. That's better than red.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love, and this is why I think they're doing those seekers. Although the seekers are going to be a little bit bigger, I believe. But I would love a bunch of these, just for Titan figures and your bigger figures
Yeah,
and stuff like
That's
that.
great.
What do you think of Jensen or Perceptor?
I did not transform him. I don't know why. I felt like out of the box he was a little bit small. But once I get Tesla 2.0, I'll definitely do a review of Tesla and I'll use Jensen for a comparison. Some reason I think Jensen is smaller than he should be. But I could be wrong.
Just a note, I have seen there is a bit of a breakage issue.
Yeah.
But it's on the tabs for tank mode. I think the only thing you use them for is tank mode, I think.
Yes. Yes, that is correct. It looks like if you shave those tabs down, you might be able to prevent the breakage. But yeah, I mean, again, something. Now they do clip on, so that might be something we could get replacement parts for pretty easily.
Of course, the easy thing is just don't put them in tank mode because it's tank mode for Perceptor.
Yeah, not a lot of people really care about tank mode. I know I don't, but I got the golden disc, Tigertron, which I thought on the show we discussed this figure and everyone told me it was going to be the deluxe, and it is the Voyager. It is a Voyager.
I mean, Tigertron's a Voyager.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone told me it was going to be the deluxe
I don't
size.
remember anybody saying it was going to be the deluxe size.
I don't know. I could have misunderstood, but I was excited.
That would be a Cheetor repaint.
Yeah, that's what everyone said it was going to. I thought that's what everyone said it was going to be. It was a Cheetor repaint and not. So yeah, I'm actually a little bit more happy with this guy now that I realize he's a Voyager. Like I said, it could have been my mistake. I could have misunderstood, but I got Crimson Wing. This is not the Starscream, even though it comes in the Starscream box. Apparently, they didn't feel like making the new boxes, but it's Thundercracker. So these are what I decided to go with because of the price of the Masterpiece Seekers.
And from what I've seen, the transformation is nowhere close to that transformation and fun is nowhere in the same ballpark, but the price savings versus the Masterpiece plus the color as far as the Starscreams go helps a lot.
Yeah. And Brian will like this. G2.
Oh, where did you get him from? I didn't think he was out yet.
He's out. I got him, from Taobao, but this is
Vortex.
Yeah,
Vortex.
I'm trying to remember.
It's G2 Vortex.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Vortex's colors are in G2.
Those are correct. Purple and blue.
Okay, so mine is not handy.
Which company is that?
MMC. It's the one that's the all-in-one.
All in one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Got my second rig because he's awesome.
I'm almost tempted by their pipes that they showed off, but it's like I have a really great pipes. I really don't think I need a third party one.
Have the Swindle or Brawl shipped yet for that whatever line that is?
The G2 versions,
Yeah.
not that I've
Okay.
seen. I didn't realize even
I think
he had
Swindle
shipped.
and Brawl are the two prettiest of G2 Bruticus, but
Vortex was the first one to
Okay.
ship. I also got the other Moon Studios, the MS01 Dark Knight. This is what happens when you order from Taobao. I just noticed the huge gash through the whole box.
that's a glowing endorsement for Taobao.
Yeah. It's what kind of happens sometimes. And then I also got X Transbots, whatever motorcycle for
Groove.
Defensor Groove. Yeah, brain's not working tonight. Definitely.
Well, Diecast, are you going with X Transbox over the Mastermind Protectobots?
Mastermind.
Yeah, Mastermind Ocular they're doing
MMC?
Protectobots. Yeah, MMC's doing a set of Protectobots under the Ocular Max
All-in-one.
label. Yeah, the all
Yeah,
in one,
yeah.
and then you've got those. So you pick the X Transbots instead?
No, do both. Go on, Dan. Yeah, got him. And I got some more cassettes. I got 3 more sets of the Robot Paradise cassettes.
That you didn't really care for.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't. I got a bunch of sound waves. I'm eventually going to sell them as a set. And I think that's it.
Cool. Sorry, I am remoting into another computer in the house, and I'm downloading disk images from archive.org. Please just. So my internet now is so fast that I can do it without impacting. As long as I'm not downloading off this computer, it doesn't impact the show. So I'm sitting here. I've downloaded the library of the TurboGrafx and the Sega CD over the last couple days, and I just need to pay attention to the show, and I'll shut up and just go ahead. Don, what'd you get?
Not much. It's been a very light week. Of course, everything's en route now. I got 3 shipping notices today. Picked up something I've been waiting for ever since they announced it. The best foe of Spider-Man, one of the best, deadliest foes of Spider-Man, the Shocker.
Nice.
It takes a brave man to wear a quilt into battle, and basically he does. But yeah,
Why am I the only person that doesn't care for the Shocker?
Because you're a horrible person, Brian.
Well, I think for me, that was the first episode. No, the first episode of Spider-Man and Amazing Friends was Beetle, but there was also a Shocker in there as well. But I've got the original version of this. I got the original version carded as well. I just always liked that outfit. And once again, they are getting their mileage out of those energy rings, aren't they, Matt?
Oh, God.
They are getting I would have preferred something that was more of a projectile, than that. But he just looks great. I love the retro card. I've only got one right now because I really didn't want a second one for card, but I kind of do. So it's but my target, all their cards was basically, like this. So I'm going to try to wait to get a better card. And the other thing I picked up, something I wasn't planning on getting, but thanks to some Dononomics with him and Shocker, I got them both for about $40. Coordination Starscream.
Where'd you find it?
Target.
Really?
Yep, got them at Target. I found it the day before they were announced. They were hitting stores.
Don,
So,
please open that.
Well, I can do that I'll do that right now. Hang on. That's all I got. If someone else wants to go.
So there's some. I saw people, somebody on Twitter, Joe Bot or whoever. I think it was Joe Bot, might have been showing off, the toy compared to what the Earthrise version. And there was a couple. I mean, like deco changes. I don't know if there was any physical mold changes to it. I don't remember.
The hands are supposed to be. The hands only are supposed to open, versus the other one didn't. But again, I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, that's one I'm going to get it. I don't know. I'm a little wary about it. I don't know.
Again,
I
I
actually canceled my pre-order for that.
I did too.
I love the
did
mold,
too.
but it's the same toy with some extra stuff.
Right. And see,
basically.
that's
In
why-
a very expensive package.
yeah. But I'll be honest, again, when I was there, I had an opportunity to get in the Shocker. I had some other stuff in the works. So basically I got Starscream and the Shocker for about $40 after it was all.
That's fine. You got a good deal.
He Donomics. Who else? Anybody else get anything?
I got a couple of things. I got Slammer, which unfortunately there seems to be a relatively common tolerances issue with the part that holds the cannon onto the arms in tank mode, and thus holds basically the entire turret together. That does not actually stay on, so it's really kind of a frustrating figure. You know, I can tell there's something really great there, and if I can get one that doesn't have that problem, I think I'll be pretty happy with it. But at the moment, it's just kind of frustrating to handle. A couple other pieces are looser than I'd like as well, not as detrimentally so as that one connector, but that one connector really is just a shame. But you know, I may try again at some point, because I do like the, you know, basics of what's there. I think it could be a good toy if I get one that works right. The other thing I got is, I probably mentioned before that I like to get
Tough.
anime DVDs, bootleg anime DVDs with horrible subtitles done in China.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I got one that I've been wanting to get for years. I knew it existed. I had not, and I stumbled onto it on eBay. I got a third of Mazinger Z in that format.
I half thought it was going to be Mazinger Z. That's awesome.
Yeah. So so far it has not been like the best in the world, but there's been a few standouts. So I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep watching it. I will, probably I will end up collecting the best of them and seeing what I can do.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Cool.
But that's everything I got this week.
Matt.
Okay, I only got one thing, but it's the only thing that really matters. Studio Series 86 NAW.
How many is that?
9.
I think I'm still at 10 or 11.
I was gonna be done, like I wasn't, but he's been sitting at Walmart the past couple
They're
times.
so easy to
I've been
get.
there. Nobody was buying him, so I
He
took
needs a
pity.
home.
And he has one now.
Cool. I got a couple things. I got a cart full of Botbot Series 5 last weekend. I found the single carded versions, blind packed versions at Dollar Tree earlier last year, and I got several of those. But I'd never come across the Hibachi Heat or any of those sets. I think I might have picked them up on Amazon. I don't remember. I think I might have one or two, but I came across 16 sets off them, and I bought them all. Plus some of the blind packed ones too, like 5 or 6 of those. And I told my wife when I found Series 3 back about 4 or 5 months ago, she's like, "Oh, are you going to get those?" I'm like, "No, I've got these. I don't need to get them. But if I come across Series 5 at the store at some point in the future, I'm going to buy them all." And I collected on that. So, and she didn't even flinch. It was pretty great. I have an awesome wife.
She's become desensitized.
Yeah, she is. I remember I wanted to spend $20 on a G.I. Joe set, part of the Mass Device set years ago, where you build the Mass Device. And she was like, "You don't need that, blah, blah, blah." That was right after we got married. And I had sort of pulled back on the toy stuff for a while. And I think she described what how did she put it?
Bait and switch.
Bait and switch. Yeah, that was a bait and switch on my yeah. So that back then I was, just lifting weights all the time, and that's what I was focusing on. And then I got married. No, I just started buying toys again. So not that I didn't care about toys, I just didn't spend money on them for about a year and a half. Boy, do I now. I got a cart full of Botbots, and I got the Mutant Tigatron. I mean, it's okay. It's an orange Tigatron with a mutant head. That's what you expect. It's not especially orange, and it's not especially a mutant. I just I'm not the biggest fan of the mold. I don't hate it. I know a lot of people love it. It's just it sure is what it is. I love Beast Wars, and I love Beast Wars toys. I hate these. I just hate the aesthetic that they went with Kingdom and everything, where it's like let's try to create realistic looking animals. I'm sorry, but it's trying and failing. So yeah, part of it is kind of sort of Tony the Tiger, but the rest is some weird, almost Beast Machines looking half and half in the back.
The important question, though, is how are the eyes?
See if you can you see?
One's kind of in shadow. I think it would require a still photo to really capture, but I've seen a lot of people post a lot of pictures, and it is rare to get the eyes like aligned on this figure so far.
They're fine.
Oh, nice! You lucked out.
Yeah, and I have another one that's in the box. It's probably FUBARD, but I don't know why. When it comes to these exclusives, I end up buying two. And worst case scenario, I'll buy two at one place and then pre-order two at another and forget about it and wind up with four, which is what happened with Jackpot. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you had a better chance of getting some kind of presentable head off of that.
Yeah, I don't think I did, though. So
I'm not sure anybody ever did.
Yeah. But with that said, I want to thank our patrons at the Touch tier. And again, if you sign up for the Touch tier between now and Monday the 31st, you will qualify for the Transformers, or not Transformers, the RSC trading cards. And that is at the Touch tier. And of course, each week we thank our Touched patrons. And we have a couple of new names for that this week. Okay, Kevin Dorsey, patron number 1. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you all, but Kevin was the first patron. Still here. Ryan Bona. Gosh, a lot of these folks have been here around forever. Thank you all so much. Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Jason Hiley, long-term patrons. Mike Mallory, Jay Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Boomer, Spider Bob, Tyrell Gwynn, Paul Schreiber, Rick Mahurin, Panda Strong, Blake Reynolds, thank you all so much. Vegemite Mike, thank you, joined last week. Welcome to Twitter. I hope you enjoy your time. Brew Crew Fan 77 and Tater X, Jason Tate. So thank you all so much. You will, of course, get those cards when I send them out. And these folks also qualify to be on our History on the Fives podcast. Just let me know. Contact at tfradio.net or reach out to me on Twitter or something. And as long as I respond, I'll connect you with Rob and we'll figure out how to get you on. You can also use our Amazon link, tfradio.net/Amazon. And Diecast is looking at his Not Vortex.
I was going to say, Matt, you will really like how MMC does clear plastic because they actually mold a space. Like if it's a window, they mold a space that they can put an extra piece of clear plastic in. That way not everything has to be clear plastic. So like on the leg, you can see all those clear plastic pieces are inserts, which is a really, really nice way to do.
Yes, that's how it should be done.
Yeah, that is a really nice way of doing clear plastic
Yes.
on a masterpiece figure, which, you know, is what this scale is. So like on those train bots, there is a way, you know, a lot of people don't realize there's a way to do clear plastic without it being a hindrance on the toy.
tfradio.net/Amazon, buy something. Buy a shirt, tfradio.net/shirt. Let's see here. Did I have this written down somewhere? How to plug Chris's stuff? Yes. Chris is not here. You can follow him on Twitter at ChrisRTXV, also at Play with Photos. And he is at playwithphotography.com. That's where he is posting a lot of his photos and stuff. And of course, if you want to support him, patreon.com/playwithphotos. And his birthday was last week. You can buy him something. Oh, he wasn't here. He didn't get to talk about the thing I sent him. He will next week, hopefully, and the lovely card that I included. But if you want to give him something nice for his birthday, you can do that at tfradio.net/ChrisList. John, not here, at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer, not here, at zonebase.org and at Rob Springer. And we posted a new episode of the
Transform Squadron.
Yeah, Transform Squadron, the Zone Base podcast. Let me read the description because it made me laugh. I'll just read the start of it. This month, Rob remembered he had a podcast and reintroduces it after a year off. So there's more to it than that, but that's the high level. But yeah, so that's posted. That's episode 28. I'm on Twitter at bkilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby, and you can find other stuff that I do at briankilby.com. Rob, how do people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me on Twitter at Rob Flails, which is pretty much the official Twitter account for Flail Throughs, my YouTube channel, which is mostly Gundam gaming. This week, looking forward to tonight's Gundam Battle Operation 2 update because we're adding a new map that has not been. It was in the original game about 8-9 years ago, and they have expanded it considerably, so should be fun.
It's been out that long?
The original game, the 10th anniversary of my first video for the first game is this June 29th.
Wow.
So, yeah, there was like a year in between the two, maybe two, where the first game was defunct and the second one wasn't out yet. But yeah, it's been running a while. So, yeah, they've added the underground base map back to the game, which better known to people who actually do the Gundam thing as Jaburo. So that should be a fun map. If you like what I'm doing there, patreon.com/flailthroughs will let you throw money at me for it and request specific rounds, custom characters in the Gundam strategy game I'm playing, things like that. And also I have a wish list at tfradio.net/playlist.
Cool. Hey, and also I didn't put this on Twitter, but Chris K at CM Kelly 613 on Twitter let us know yesterday, before actually I think anybody started sharing it, that Red Alert is available for sale on Walgreens.com.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you don't have that already through Pulse or wherever else you could have gotten it, you can get it on Walgreens website. And apparently, I know Ben Yee ordered it, and he said it already shipped, so it ships fast. And that was my experience ordering from Walgreens in the past. So if you need that, you don't have it. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know. Don.
Sorry, guys. I was busy assembling Coronation Starscream to show them off once we were done. I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Sweet. Diecast.
Number one thing you can do for me that would help me out, follow me on YouTube, tfradio.net/reviews. Just click on the subscribe and the notification little bell so you get notified when reviews are coming up, because I do have a bunch that I want to do. Blaster, I want to do him next. I probably would have did him this week, but had dog stuff to take care of. But you can follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast. You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2. Why do I forget?
Diecast 2.
Yeah. And yeah, just tfradio.net/reviews. Make sure to subscribe because that'll help me out. And I got some videos coming up. So boy, do I have some videos coming up. There is so much third-party stuff that is shipping this month. And as you can see, this is only a small portion of all the stuff that's already shipped this month.
Cool. Awesome. That's it, isn't it? We've hit everybody.
Yep.
Sweet. We'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.
All right. Well, Brian, do I have a second to show off Starscream?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
This is it basically assembled. The cape has a double hinge on the
Recording
back.
stopped.
So
nice.
so that way you can go with a more condensed look like
Oh, like the masterpiece did.
that, or
It'll splay out.
Oh, wow.
so that way you can sort of redo the pose. The shoulder armor clips into the top of the shoulders, and then you put, from what I can tell on the instructions, there's little purple hinge, the little pink hinges there is where the guns are supposed to attach, since his shoulder holes are being taken up by the platoon, not platoons, pauldrons. Thank you. I about said shoulder
Nice.
pads, and of course, crown
Also
fits,
valid.
of course,
Looks good.
Crown fits on the head, and
How's the chair?
I'm getting there. Hey,
so
Massey.
it looked like something. Honestly, I mean, it doesn't look 3D printed in the sense that it looks like it's got the texture and everything, but it doesn't look far off from like some of the 3D printed options that I've seen before. It's a chair though, so what do you expect?
There's the chair from the front. And then the back has storage that, according to the instructions, you can peg the cape. And he's got two sets of guns. I guess, if I remember correctly, 2 are the null rays and 2 are the ones you use in jet mode, which are the larger looking guns. And everything is supposed to peg here on the back. And then the cape just sort of goes on the back around it.
That's better than I expected.
Yeah. I don't know if Galvatron or Megatron would really fit on there well. I've never really looked at that before because it's dioramas is not something I usually do with my figures, but I guess you could probably fudge it to where, because that's more of a Megatron thing of having a throne, since you don't have the Lincoln Memorial handy.
That's a good point.
I do.
So yeah, that's the overall look right there for Coronation Starscream.
It's pretty good. I think I said before, since I missed out on Earthrise Starscream, I just decided to hold out for this. So I don't think I'm going to be disappointed in that sense. From what I've seen, the deco isn't quite a great match with the other Seekers, which, to be honest, I kind of like because it reminds me of the classics Seekers, where the deco across so many years and so many lines didn't quite match up entirely. So that works. I will be perfectly happy with that once I can get my hands on one.
Mute it, Don.
Sorry, and then of course you got the
Backdrop.
the backdrop, there as well for the ceremony for his 35 seconds of leadership.
Nice.
Well, now he's permanently a leader.
That's true.
So hopefully we won't get Skywarp and Thundercracker in this same box with new colors and a Coronation set, because that's like,
Oh, that'd be horrible.
it would be horrible, yes, because that's the one thing that I understand they're reusing the molds and stuff for a lot of these third parties that do it, but it's like, just take unless any of the robot is on those parts trees, just leave the coordination sets off and reduce the price.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Sweet, Don. Anything we want to talk about? Anything we want to do? I'm kind of tired, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, people watching live, I think that's it. You know what? We'll be back next week, though. Same bot time, same bot channel. So we'll see you later. Goodbye.
JT Prime just posted Transformers Gen Legacy EV red card. I have no idea what that would be.
That's a red card exclusive.
Well, yeah, the red card, but I don't know what
Legacy
Gen
EV.
Legacy EV electric vehicle.
And that
We're
was
getting
my
a
first thought.
Transformers electric vehicle.
We'll figure it out. There may be a supplemental or a throwback, not a throwback, news desk. We'll figure it out.
But it's Voyager. Voyager price point $31.49.
What an early show, but it lasted over an hour though, Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went a whole hour.
It's about the same length as last week's, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. We'll see you later. Bye, YouTube.
Later, guys.
Generations Jolt. Goodbye.